Hey guys, it's Kazi here, and we're going to be taking a look at the new Super Easy A's for the first year anniversary units, Super Gogeta, and then of course Super JANEMBA. Okay, so we got the announcement a couple hours ago. These are just going to be the medals right here, obviously, and then we're going to go ahead and move straight into the kits. So right here is Super Gogeta, it's going to be the first one. He's gonna get key +2, so that's nice. Starting off with a little bit of key. He's gonna get attack and defense 200. He's gonna be effective against all types. High chance to perform a critical hit and performs an additional attack with a high chance to be a super attack. So he's always gonna throw the additional attack. That's important to remember. It's just that it's a chance that it'll be a super attack. So kind of gotta hope that you get supers, and he's always gonna have a high chance for it. When he attacks, he's going to get more attack and defense, 100%, which is a huge bonus. When collecting orbs as the second or the third attacker, he's going to perform an additional super attack, just guaranteed additional. And all allies get key and some attack. Each of the rainbow's key spears that he gets will give him attack and defense of 50%, which is really, really, really good for each of them. You can only get a max out of 5 a turn, so that's pretty solid. And then a chance to perform a critical hit plus 10% per orb. So another 50% right there. Per attack perform, he's going to get additional defense up to 200%, and he's going to get damage reduction up to 30%, but only during that turn. So you do have to remember that, like, hey, we're only going to get damage reduction momentarily. And then when there is a super class enemy, so when you're fighting a good person, he gets attack 70% chance and a great chance to guard, which is going to actually play right here. So now that we see guard, you actually can see if you have this or not, and then move him accordingly in the rotation. But when there is an extreme class enemy, he's going to get attack and defense 77%, guaranteed to perform a critical hit, and he guards all attacks. I'm sorry, it's cut off. It's cut off there on the screen, but yeah, attacking defense 77%, so he gets more defense if he's fighting an extreme class enemy. He also gets guaranteed chance to perform a critical hit, and he also guaranteed guards all attacks. So he can get pretty defensive. Every single time he performs an attack, he's going to get defense. If you collect, what is this? He's going to get defense and he's going to get damage reduction, sorry. If you collect orbs, he's going to get a huge amount of defense as well as attack. Like, this is pretty much what you want to see from a unit. He's very, very good. I don't think he's really what people expected, but he also does support. So if he's not good enough to your liking, at the bare minimum, he gives key to and attack 40% to the entire rotation. But he has to be in the second or the third slot. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to... Oh, sorry, wrong thing. JANEMBA. Okay, so does this get cut? Yeah, the when there's an extreme class enemy also gets cut off on this graphic. But he's going to start with key +2, attack and defense 200%, guards all attacks, so just indefinite guard right there, that's huge. And a high chance to evade at base, which is pretty solid. I actually made this reference earlier, like, you don't see a lot of units that have, like, guard and also have a chance to, like, dodge innately in their kit, let alone, like, dodge this high. Like, when I saw the Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku that we got for part 1 of the 10th year, like, that was the first thing I thought was that, oh, it's cool, he's a unit that guards and also has a great chance to dodge. It's pretty cool. Normally, you only get units that have, like, one or the other. Typically, it's not both. Until the unit attacks, he has an additional 20% chance to evade. So that makes it 70%. That makes it a great chance to evade before he attacks. When collecting key spears as the first or the third, he has an additional chance to evade. And all allies get key and defense of 40%. That means if he's in the first slot, since he's in the first slot, he hasn't attacked yet. He's going to have 90% chance to dodge with guard. That's pretty strong. This is pretty strong. He's also going to give all allies some defense and some extra key. When he receives an attack, he gets attack and defense of 100%. So he just has to get hit once, and then he's pretty much ready to go. Every single time he receives or evades an attack, he's going to get attacked. So that's huge too. Yeah, receiving or just dodging. When evading an attack, he's going to perform a guaranteed super attack. Not for 1 turn, not for 2 turns, Not for 3 turns, but for 4 turns. When there is a superclass enemy, he's going to get 200% defense, and his attacks are going to be effective against all types. And then lastly, I know you can't see it on the screen, but when there is an extreme class enemy, he gets a defense of 100% and then a great chance to be effective against all types. So, as you can see, this is just like any of the other super easy A cards. If they are a super type unit, you want them to be fighting an extreme type unit. If they are an extreme type unit, you want them to be fighting a super type unit. Simple as that. He gets more stats when he fights the contrary typing than what he is. Same thing with Gogeta. So you're gonna be wanting to run this guy against pretty much just super class because he gets that huge defensive buff, and he gets attacks effective against all types. If I had to pick between these two, I think I'm probably going to enjoy using JANEMBA more, but that's only because I think his kit is slightly better than Gogeta, which is like a really good thing. That means that they're both close. You want them to be close, but the only thing is that extreme units aren't, on paper as being the best units, especially when you compare them to super type units. So him on like a villain team is going to look a lot nicer than him on like a super team. That's just how it is. Like super type units have crazy kits. Their teams have just always been pretty much better than extreme type units. But yeah, guys, these are two fantastic EZAs cooked up by the EZA team themselves. The only thing is, if you guys did save your red dragon stones that you got at the beginning of the anniversary, please go ahead and pick these two up with them. They're in the shop. If you sadly do not have those red dragon stones anymore, to actually get these units, if you go to the red coin tab in the Baba shop, you can pick these two both up for 150 red dragon coins each. So 300 in total. I think it's really going to be worth your time. I also recommend picking up the AGL Super Vegito and the INT Buhan that also just recently got their Super Easy A. I think they're all worth it. They are fantastic units. They're only worth 150 red dragon coins, so just please, guys, like, really consider at least the Gogeta and the Vegito to run on Earth Protecting Heroes. Very good cards. As far as like the evil units go, the INT JANEMBA and then the INT Buhan, maybe you could skip them, but I mean that's just that's some advice for some new players that maybe only have like a certain amount of dragon stones to work with and don't have new red coins to go ahead and just throw away like some of us veteran players have. I'm looking at everybody at the Dokkan already because it seems like everybody's in the same boat as me with thousands and thousands of red coins and they don't know exactly what to get. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for the video. Like I said, I do like JANEMBA just a little bit better in terms of kit, which is really good. But I don't know, like Gogeta, I think this is gonna be like an INT Buhan situation because I liked Super Vegito significantly more like in kit when I first read it. And then now that I've had time to use not just Super Vegito but also INT Buhan, I think I'm liking INT Buhan just a little bit more in practice. Specifically because he just looks significantly better on the Boo team than Super Vegito looks like on the Earth Protecting Warriors team or the Patara team, or you really name it. Like the teams are just significantly different between super class and extreme class. What do you call it? Allies. So yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna go ahead and say that if you guys can, please get these guys with your red dragon stone first. If you already used the red dragon stone, go ahead and pick them up with red coins. And if you don't have either, I don't recommend summoning on the banner. There is a banner right now available on Global and JP that have these AGL Super Vegito that got a Super Easy A, as well as the INT Buhan that got a Super Easy A. These two units, Super Gogeta and INT JANEMBA, as well as the Tech Perfect Cell. I don't recommend summoning on that banner at all. I just wanted to let you guys know, if you don't have the other two routes that I suggested, last thing really to do is just summon on that banner and then just hope that you can actually get them. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Best of luck on your summons, and best of luck on doing this EZA in about a week.